Welcome back to Daily DeFi. Today's July 11th of 2021. Hope everyone's having a great Sunday, enjoying the relaxing weekend. Today we're going to kick things off on DeFi Pulse and Juicy NFTs. As always, tomorrow we have a Daily DeFi that is really focusing on the top 3 non-fungible token altcoin projects because they're really having their own individual bull run. So make sure you watch tomorrow's Daily DeFi because I'll be traveling, so I won't be able to update you with the daily news stories. But today we're kicking off the week right. Here we'll be talking about, like I said, some of these altcoins, and then Paraguay actually making moves in the Bitcoin space. You see South America really innovating, also Softbank and CBDCs. So total value locked in decentralized finance sits at $55.31 billion. Aave dominance is at 15.74. And DeFi Pulse Index is at 300. Okay, so DeFi Pulse Index has dropped a little bit. Let's see here. So Aave, Instadap, Curve, Compound Maker. Interesting to see. Moving on to Juicy NFTs. Yesterday we saw $10 million in daily NFT volume, and that's kind of what inspired me to make tomorrow's Daily DeFi. Because like I said, you look at Axie Infinity, it's pretty crazy here. I can actually just pull it up. Axie Infinity is pretty insane. They basically had their own miniature bull run. Check this out. I don't know if you guys saw this. I mean, I just purchased a little bit of this project, and then I woke up and I was like, what the heck? This thing is blown up. And I purchased a little bit of it, I think, before we even had the bull run, if I remember correctly. I think it was around like 60 cents, I thought. But it went pretty crazy. It literally went to $16. I just de-risked from my core position, like I talked about in that video. That's linked down below every single video that I do, which is how to pull profits in altcoins. I just de-risked, pulled a tiny bit of profit, and I'm letting the rest ride because I think, personally, again, I don't know a ton about gaming. I don't know a ton about like this blockchain gaming space, but I think there is definitely a future in it, especially because the trend is not going to go down, right? Like the trend of people interested in esports and whatever it is there. Personally, I don't derive entertainment from it, but hey, to each their own. So anyways, Juicy NFTs, as I was saying, is $6 million today. So down about, $3.5 million. CryptoPunk, Sandbox Lands, and Sonomium Spaceland. Moving on to the first article from Decrypt. So SoftBank Online goes open source to help central banks mint central bank digital currencies. Line Plus wants its platform to meet the demand of different central banks. Okay, so I talked about, I've been working with DeFi Boost, this great project that's essentially helping kick off specifically decentralized finance projects in the crypto space, which I really, really like. And on that channel, I talked about central bank digital currencies, some of the things that is going on in China, specifically with the digital yuan leading the path, but all these other countries have expressed interest in creating CBDCs. They have much more control. So I think this is, I personally do not want to be holding my assets in something that the government can control. They can just print more of, like fiat currencies. So that's why personally I like to store value in inflation hedge assets, whether it's gold, whether it's silver, whether it's cryptocurrency, whether it's stocks, whether it's real estate, whatever it is, emerging market equities, all these different things. I like to be relatively diversified. But Line Plus has released a blockchain for central banks to issue their own digital currencies. So you have to ask yourself, okay, why aren't they launching on Ethereum? Why aren't they launching on Solana? Why not Cardano? Why not Polkadot? Why not Algorand? Why not Elrond? Why not all these things, Terra Luna, right? They have to have their own because they want control. They can't have it be actual open source like all these other projects. They're using the underlying blockchain technology, but they're not actually being open source about it because they want control. So that's what you have to understand here. Not going to spend too much time on that article. I think just identifying that trend that central bank digital currencies. I did a video on this back when I was in, I think like Gaziantep in Turkey, something like that. And the point there was, I was talking about central bank digital currencies, behavioral economics. I have a whole video on it. You can go check that out in my playlist. I think it's in like the crypto playlist. But you can see Paraguayan lawmakers present Bitcoin bill on July 14th. So this makes me so happy to see. So El Salvador made it forward. Now Paraguay is the next to introduce it. You have to look at what's actually going on with the Paraguayan, like their economy to understand why they're doing this. I think it's definitely a good move. The more people that do this, the better. I love this. So they're actually, he retweeted this. I'm here to unite Paraguay. That is why we decided with a senator together to pass the bill on Wednesday, July 14th. Stay tuned since there will be a mega surprise for Paraguay and the world. Something giant is coming. That is exciting. I cannot wait for that. I think this is so awesome. I mean, this trend makes me so happy. It's really important because you have to look throughout history, especially in South America, like you see it with Venezuela and Argentina. the currency depreciation, right? The inflation of this currency. When you add something like Bitcoin as legal tender, people have the option to store their value in kind of a hedge against this happening. And I think this is very, very powerful in helping the people overall. So moving on to the three altcoins that are actually doing well everything else is just sideways or down. Origin Protocol, OGN, ranked number 136, right around 74 cents, up about 9% on the daily. Market cap is around $250 million. Volume is around $90 million. We've retraced from those highs of around $3.11 back down to 74 cents. Okay, so you can check it out for yourself. I've done a deep dive video on Origin. Next, Keep Network. This is one that had a pretty interesting price chart, right? Because it really is just retraced from those highs. And this is not a chart that looks like pretty much everything else. If you look at all these other projects, I think Insure DeFi obviously has a bit of a different chart as well, just because it's a different style of project. But the majority of projects look like Origin protocols, right? So it's a long kind of flat line, a big parabolic run up, and then we've seen a retracement back down. With Keep Networks, it's a bit different. This is a long-term project. I did purchase some Keep Network, I think around these levels, around like the dollar level. So this is something that I'm holding long-term. It's currently down on those levels, so I might average in a little bit more. But I always just like to put a little bit into a project that I'm curious on. That way, it kind of makes me, it's like a magnet, right? It makes you more interested to learn about what that project is doing. If you have no capital in the project, you might not be that interested in, okay, what are they doing fundamentally? What are they doing? What's their team doing? What's the roadmap? What's the tokenomics? All these different things. But anyways, so 31 cents, up about 11% on the daily, market cap of around $173 million. Volume is around $27 million. Moving on to Insure DeFi, and then we'll wrap things up. With here, the ticker symbol is SURE, ranked number 261, on or about 11,000 watch list, 0.003 cents, market cap's $106 million. Volume is tiny. Keep that in mind. But this is one that's building on polygons. That's why I do find this quite interesting, what they're doing. But they're not the only one, right? So it's a big community-based crypto asset and insurance system, as kind of the name says. So that's all for this episode. If you enjoyed it, definitely hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to stay up to date, hit the notification bell and click all. Enjoy your Sunday. Join the Telegram group, link down below in the description. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Also follow us on Twitter at @investglobal_io. That's all for this one. As always, invest global. And until next time.